meatball?
That is the thing, yeah.
Oh,
if you landed a stun toss combo with that DS into a meatball, you just killed their whole team.
Bad
Oh, it's bad.
First time, so he's just winning by doing nothing at that point.
And I mean, it's MAT, the amount of right clicks he's given FNG, but as you said, FNG doesn't really care too much. This could maybe result in a kill with the Hex, the Rocket Barrage. Okay, Io coming in and now Skylight. He's maybe even looking to try and turn this man. He's got to be still careful. In fact, he's going to go down. Yeah. So a little bit too ballsy there. Got a little bit.
He's doing really well now. The Astral setup.
Yeah, now I'm with the Duke of Flying
so won't be close enough, but
one more would do it, but they can't quite get it. They'll look to try and take Rubik instead, but Rubik actually able to turn it around, get them a kill on the Enchantress. So it ends up a 1-for-1. But I guess still, just the fact that they're creating this much useless against the Invoker is great for G's farm. On top lane, looking for Skylark. They're going to be able to get in range for this. Still chasing up with the stick charges. Yeah, that's going to be perfect. Stun from the lower dart sets it up. This Tiny can do, and in terms of the item build, so obviously the fact that it's Tiny in the safe lane rather than in the mid lane, he's got his tread, so he's going to try and go for a killer with the Sunstrike. The burst is going to be there. Nice play from FINEM.
Very good execution right now, and he's also banging on that mid tower with his Forge Bird.
He's very close to Midas as well. Could be in trouble though. Cooldown slow, will connect, and now with the Rocket Barrage chasing this one out. He'll turn with the Sunstrike, the Cold Snap, trying to go for Yoku, but the stick charges there. They'll finally kill onto Invoker. Rubik going for the stun on. Oh, okay, Loa does, turns it straight around. The relocate from Io, bringing in the Tiny, able to take off the Jar on the backlines now. Trying to see if they can pick up a second one. The toss forward, in goes Io, the stun from Adder connecting, and they'll find it. Double kill for Tiny. Now, can they punish this Tiny's aggression? FNG is there, does have a Chronosphere, but there's not really any damage behind it to back it up. They'll look for the easier kill as G and No Fear chase down the Io. Leaving it at 2. Has got that relocate, of course, now. So we might see him able to save this. But I think, yeah, G's just trying to Astral the Io. Make sure that there's no backup for the Tiny. It's well played. Indeed, they find themselves that Tiny kill. Spartan unable to save them. And now Spartan could be the one to be punished as well. And really nicely done from G there. Doesn't go in straight away on the Tiny. Make sure he finds that Io. The Invoker's finally been able to finish off his Midas. But actually, I've been putting out VP. G very much ahead of the game at this point. And they caught out the Io here. We'll see if he's able to tether across to anyone, but the stun's straight in. Perfect timing there from VP. And they'll pick off the...
Wisp is now... he is going to be between a rock and a void.
At least they get the Io, but that was... I guess it's always... He did have to blink. Maybe they didn't see that, but yeah, FNG a little bit slow with the chrono. It's always going to be hard to catch him. And looks like meanwhile at the same time, mid lane, Yoku in a spot above her. Nice defensive Astral from G. But now Madara coming in with a stun, and he's going to find the kill. They'll turn around with a finger and a slap from G. And they will punish the Tiny's aggression. Now it looks like they're going to find themselves another one as well. Skylarks a fall. So even though VP don't find the Tiny up top, they end up getting...
I mean, at this point, I just think it's really hard for FINEM to fight VP's lineup. The Scorch is gonna die before they get there. The OD, we'll see if they end up actually catching anyone. I don't think it's gonna... FNG is gonna try to take a position here so that he can go in on them, but he doesn't have a Chronosphere anymore, so it's gonna be difficult for him to catch anyone.
Oh, well. He's getting the top. Skylight easily spotted out. Try and look for a bit of fun in the trees. But a lower dance down, G quick for the punishment, and Madara looking for the combo, but ooh. Blink away just in time from the Lion as he doesn't get caught out. The OD though needs to be a bit careful. In fact, no, they're still hanging around. They want to fight here. G just turns around, starts to punch. Sanities comes out of the finger as well. Destroys the Rubik. Look at the Hex onto the Tiny. Io trying to save him. And now, well, might be able to do it here with the toss. The Avalanche is not quite enough damage. No matter, still alive for the time being, but G gets the finishing blow in. They're going to be able to finish off Spartan as well. By the looks of it, he's trying to juke this out, but G blinks forward. So does the lower dance. It's a double kill for the Lion. Everyone at this moment in time.
I mean, this is looking like a really hard game for FINEM to actually come back into. The OE is so far ahead right now.
Can they kill him a second time?
Gonna get the lad, so...
Actually, can they kill him the first time?
Yeah, he's gonna be under the fire here, so he shouldn't be... Oh, he's actually able to blink because he's facing the right direction.
Oh, here we go. There's Tiny Io coming in. Now, can VP save? They got a chrono. They have got a chrono onto 2, and now with the cooldown as well. Oh, VP coming in from the back side. G, he's still alive. He is going to get Avalanche. Oh, the relocation brings Tiny away. Astrals himself keeps himself up. They've taken down Rubik on the back. They're looking for Thug. They're going to find it. It's a double kill for Yoku. Exceptionally clean play here from the side of VP, and now they're looking for more. They're chasing down Madara. He's got Spartan backing him up. Skylark hiding in the trees. VP forced them back. Really nicely done there. Just G's play on the OD being incredibly elusive, keeping his scoreboard clean. 8-0-5. And now, they jumped it for more. Skylark's going to be tethered up. Can this save him? There's not enough damage reduction in the world that's going to save you against this OD.
Yeah, so that relocate was...
Combo being thrown on Sanofi, but yeah, Yoki just pops the cooldown. Now there's 3 incredibly grouped up here around this choke point. They do have Thug as well, but Thug gets stunned up. Now Io will take the Tiny back to base, but Thug just gets dismantled by the godlike OD.
Just one time, and then after that happens, they will start pushing. But this is the strategic part of this game where AF have to be from doing nothing. However, I do think that if anything...
Also relocate. Ooh, what are we coming in for? Well, we're coming in for the line kill and that. That's a nice clean one. Spartans are fine that top lane. Okay, Rubik. Well, this man is looking to be rather dead as G just lays into him with the arcane orb. Oh, he can get himself out of this. No, not going to happen.
Yeah, so still good holy win against the backdoor protection.
Okay.
But I'm not entirely sure about it, but I think he should be. However, if they have a glyph, then it could all just be in vain, so...
We've been praising kind of FINEM's awareness, but Thug just...
knows that he could have came from, so... I think FNG should have been able to get that. And strange here, the Wisp... I don't know if it's actually possible to do that.
What time the TP?
Time the TP so that you're in the same frame and then you TP back to base. I really don't know if it's possible.
If that works, I mean, that would be perfect. Yeah, I mean, that looked like what he was trying for.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, can that work?
I don't think I've seen it, but I really don't know, actually. F and AF are just gonna have such a hard time split pushing.
Talking about AF though. They do get the lasso onto the end. We've got to see Madara, and he will take down the Lion. There's going to be a cooldown for Yoku. He's moving in, looking at the Tiny, and he's going to get the Tiny kill.
Yeah, they're trading a carry for support, and I mean, even though and eating that moon shard, going to take the Aegis. He's on the gyrocopter. I wouldn't even mind if they did patience.
Oh,
Tiny actually does TP back now because he sees, I think he saw one hero up there that was the Lion, so...
Mid lane, they go in, Chrono onto 2, trying to kill the Tiny, and oh, that's big. Double kill for G, there'll be the buyback. They want to try and fight, FNG moving in, Chronosphere up in 1 second, Spartan looking himself out of there, but now Yoku moving in onto the Invoker, gets fingered to pieces. Straight out.
And the Invoker was up there. I don't know if the Wisp could have actually relocated the Invoker out of the fight. Yeah, they're gonna lose 2 heroes now, and I don't really see anything. But they spotted the Tiny at least. Invoker buying back, understanding that he has to do something about this push.
Tiny doesn't have a TP.
He does not.
Oh, there. He's gonna be Cloud9. And in the meantime, I mean, the rest of his team are just falling down. The Chrono from FNG catching out both of the back lines. There will be a defensive Astral, but they've lost the Rubik. They're going to lose the Invoker as well. 3 down, Tiny. Oh, hello, here he goes. Finally arrives back at base. But his team are all dead. He's got no one to come home to. He's all alone. He's going to live the rest of his life in solitude. And, well, he's going to die as well now. That's GG. That really is GG. And as you said, it VP a little bit ruffled after Game 1's performance against FINEM. And Game 2, they do take their time. 40 minutes in, FINEM do hold on. But VP, they were just never behind in this one. And this is kind of the VP we've come to expect from the past. This is top stuff.
Yeah, very convincing win. I mean, they did play it slow, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing them try to breach high ground earlier, but then again, you know, it doesn't really matter if they win in 25 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes. You know, a win is a win, and that's pretty much all that matters.